O Lord, I lift my voice to you on behalf of your servant, and by the power of Psalm 18, verse 2, I declare, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust. You, O God, are their unshakable refuge. Rise now as their mighty fortress and shatter every assault of the enemy against their life. Father, according to Psalm 91, verse 1, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I decree that your servant is hidden in your secret place. Let every witchcraft arrow fired against them fall powerless, for they dwell under your divine shadow where no evil can penetrate. By the authority of Psalm 35, verse 1, I cry out, plead my cause, O Lord, with those who strive with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Arise, O God, and take hold of shield and buckler. War against every unseen enemy plotting against your servant, and let their schemes collapse under your mighty hand. O Lord, Psalm 109, verses 17 to 18 thunders, as he loved cursing, so let it come to him. As he did not delight in blessing, so let it be far from him. As he clothed himself with cursing as with his garment, so let it enter his body like water and like oil into his bones. I declare every witchcraft curse spoken against your servant reversed. Let it return to the sender like a flood, consuming their own wickedness. I stand in the power of Psalm 46, verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. You, O God, are their present help. Rush to their aid, break every chain of oppression, and establish them as untouchable in the refuge of your strength. According to Psalm 37, verse 17, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteous. I prophesy the shattering of every wicked arm lifted against your servant. Let witchcraft strongholds crumble, and let your upholding hand lift them into victory. O mighty deliverer, Psalm 34, verse 7 declares, the angel of the Lord encamps all around those who fear him and delivers them. Release your angels now to surround your servant. Let them strike down every monitoring spirit and deliver them from every trap of the enemy. By the force of Psalm 94, verse 23, he has brought on them their own iniquity and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. The Lord our God shall cut them off. I decree that every witchcraft network targeting your servant is severed. Let their own evil consume them, O God, as you cut them off in your justice. Lord, Psalm 91, verses 5 to 6 promises, you shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor the destruction that lays waste at noonday. I declare your servant fearless. Shield them from every terror and arrow of witchcraft, for your protection is their fortress. In the name of Jesus, Psalm 18, verses 37 to 38 roars, I pursued my enemies and overtook them. Neither did I turn back again till they were destroyed. Empower your servant to overtake every demonic assignment. Let them crush the enemy underfoot and stand victorious by your might. O God, Psalm 35, verse 8 proclaims, let destruction come upon him unexpectedly, and let his net that is hidden catch himself. Into that very destruction let him fall. I decree that every hidden net of witchcraft collapses. Let the wicked fall into their own snares as your servant walks free. By the power of Psalm 121, verse 7, the Lord shall preserve you from all evil. He shall preserve your soul. I declare divine preservation over your servant. Let no evil touch them, for your hand guards their spirit, body, and destiny. Father, Psalm 61, verse 3 sings, for you have been a shelter for me, a strong tower from the enemy. Rise as their strong tower, O Lord. Let every witchcraft attack shatter against your unyielding strength, and keep them safe in your sheltering presence. According to Psalm 7, verses 15 to 16, he made a pit and dug it out, and has fallen into the ditch which he made. His trouble shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down on his own crown. I prophesy the collapse of every demonic plot. Let the wicked reap their own destruction, as your servant rises in triumph. O Lord, Psalm 97, verse 3 blazes. A fire goes before him, and burns up his enemies round about. Release your consuming fire now. Burn up every witchcraft stronghold surrounding your servant, and let your glory be their shield. By the authority of Psalm 64, verses 2 to 3, hide me from the secret plots of the wicked, from the rebellion of the workers of iniquity, who sharpen their tongue like a sword. I declare your servant hidden from every secret plot. Silence the tongues of witchcraft, O God, and let their words fall to dust. I decree through Psalm 112, verse 3, wealth and riches will be in his house, and his righteousness endures forever, that your servant's house is filled with supernatural abundance. Let every financial curse of witchcraft break, and let wealth flow under your righteous hand. O God of justice, Psalm 35, verse 6 thunders, let their way be dark and slippery, with the angel of the Lord pursuing them. Send your angels to pursue every witchcraft spirit. Let their paths become treacherous, and let your servant walk in the light of your favor. By the might of Psalm 91, verse 11, for he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. I declare angelic guardianship over your servant. Let no witchcraft attack prevail, for your angels lift them above every snare. Lord, Psalm 34, verse 4 testifies, I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. Deliver your servant from every fear-driven assault. Let the enemy's terror tactics dissolve, as you answer their cry with breakthrough. According to Psalm 18, verse 46, the Lord lives. Blessed be my rock. Let the God of my salvation be exalted. I exalt you, O living God. Rock your servant's life with salvation, and let every witchcraft chain shatter at the sound of your name. O Lord, Psalm 37, verse 15 decrees, their sword shall enter their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Let every weapon forged by witchcraft turn back on its sender. Break their bows, O God, and establish your servant in peace. By the power of Psalm 91, verse 4, he shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. I declare your servant covered. Let no witchcraft penetration succeed, for your wings are their impenetrable shield. Father, Psalm 59, verse 1 cries, deliver me from my enemies, O my God. Defend me from those who rise up against me. Rise in defense of your servant. Deliver them from every rising enemy, and let witchcraft's power crumble before your throne. I prophesy through Psalm 34, verse 17, the righteous cry out, and the Lord hears, and delivers them out of all their troubles. That every cry of your servant is heard. Deliver them from all trouble, O Lord, and silence the works of darkness. O God, Psalm 68, verse 1 declares, let God arise, let his enemies be scattered. Let those also who hate him flee before him. Arise now, scatter every witchcraft enemy, and let them flee in terror as your presence surrounds your servant. By the authority of Psalm 23, verse 4. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. I decree fearlessness over your servant. Let no shadow of witchcraft prevail, for you are their constant companion. Lord, Psalm 141, verse 9 prays, keep me from the snares they have laid for me, and from the traps of the workers of iniquity. I declare your servant kept. Let every witchcraft snare snap, and let them walk untouched by the enemy's traps. According to Psalm 27, verse 1, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? I prophesy strength and salvation. Let your light banish every witchcraft shadow from your servant's life. O Lord, Psalm 35, verse 4 thunders, let those be put to shame and brought to dishonor who seek after my soul. Let those be turned back and brought to confusion who plot my hurt. Shame every witchcraft plotter. Turn them back in confusion as your servant stands secure. By the power of Psalm 91, verse 13, you shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. I decree authority over every demonic beast. Let your servant trample witchcraft underfoot in victory. Father, Psalm 34, verse 19 promises, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers them out of them all. Deliver your servant from every affliction. Let witchcraft's grip break, and let them rise in your deliverance. I declare through Psalm 18, verse 17, he delivered me from my strong enemy, from those who hated me, for they were too strong for me. That your servant is rescued. Let no enemy, no matter how strong, prevail, for you are their deliverer. O God, Psalm 57, verse 3 vows, he shall send from heaven and save me. He reproaches the one who would swallow me up. Send help from heaven. Reproach every witchcraft spirit seeking to devour your servant, and save them by your mighty hand. By the might of Psalm 138, verse 7, though I walk in the midst of trouble, you will revive me. You will stretch out your hand against the wrath of my enemies. I prophesy revival. Stretch out your hand, O Lord, and crush the wrath of witchcraft against your servant. Lord, Psalm 35, verse 5 roars, let them be like chaff before the wind, with the angel of the Lord driving them on. Drive every witchcraft spirit like chaff. Let your angels scatter them, and let your servant stand firm in your wind of victory. According to Psalm 91, verse 7, 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. I declare immunity. Let witchcraft fall all around, but never touch your servant, for your promise holds him fast. O Lord, Psalm 34, verse 15 assures, the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry. Turn your eyes upon your servant. Hear their cry, and let every witchcraft assault dissolve under your watchful gaze. By the power of Psalm 29, verse 4, the voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. I release your voice. Let thunder against every witchcraft stronghold, breaking them apart with your majestic power. Father, Psalm 18, verse 39 declares, for you have armed me with strength for the battle. You have subdued unto me those who rose up against me. Arm your servant with strength. Subdue every rising witchcraft force, and let them reign victorious in battle. I prophesy through Psalm 91, verse 10, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. That your servant's dwelling is a no-fly zone for evil. Let witchcraft plagues perish at the boundary of your protection. O God, Psalm 35, verse 26 prays, let them be clothed with shame and dishonor who exalt themselves against me. Clothe every witchcraft adversary in shame. Let their pride crumble, and let your servant rise in honor before you. By the authority of Psalm 34, verse 21, evil shall slay the wicked, and those who hate the righteous shall be condemned. I decree that evil turns inward. Let witchcraft slay its own, and let your servant be exonerated by your righteousness. Lord, Psalm 144, verse 1 proclaims, blessed be the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. Train your servant's hands for war. Equip them to dismantle every witchcraft scheme by the power of your rock-solid might. According to Psalm 91, verse 14, because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. I declare deliverance. Set your servant on high, O Lord, for they love and know your name. O Lord, Psalm 18, verse 48 testifies, he delivers me from my enemies. You also lift me up above those who rise against me. Lift your servant above every rising enemy. Deliver them from witchcraft's grasp, and let them soar in your freedom. By the power of Psalm 37, verse 9, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait on the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. I prophesy inheritance. Cut off every evildoer, and let your servant possess the promises of your earth. Father, Psalm 34, verse 16 warns, the face of the Lord is against those who do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. Turn your face against every witchcraft worker. Erase their remembrance, and let your servant's legacy shine. I decree through Psalm 91, verse 15, he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. That your servant's calls are answered. Be with them in trouble, deliver them, and crown them with honor. O God, Psalm 35, verse 9 sings, and my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. Fill your servant's soul with joy. Let witchcraft oppression flee as they rejoice in the salvation of your mighty hand. By the might of Psalm 18, verse 3, I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. I declare salvation. Let your servant's praise rise, and let every enemy be crushed under your worthy name. Lord, Psalm 37, verse 20 promises, but the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord, like the splendor of the meadows, shall vanish. Into smoke they shall vanish away. Let every witchcraft enemy vanish like smoke. Perish before your servant as they stand in your splendor. According to Psalm 91, verse 16, with long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. I prophesy longevity. Satisfy your servant with long life, and let witchcraft's threats dissolve in the light of your salvation. O Lord, Psalm 34 verse 10 assures, "The young lions lack and suffer hunger, but those who seek the Lord shall not lack any good thing." Open the storehouses of heaven. Let your servant lack no good thing, and let witchcraft, scarcity, curses break now. By the power of Psalm 18 verse 44. As soon as they hear me, they obey me. The foreigners submit to me. I decree submission. Let every foreign spirit of witchcraft bow to your servant's authority in you. O God, Father, Psalm 35 verse 10 cries, "All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like you, delivering the poor from him who is too strong for him? Deliver your servant from every overpowering foe. Let their bones testify to your unmatched power." I prophesy through Psalm 37 verse 34. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, you shall see it, that your servant is exalted. Cut off the wicked, and let them inherit your promises. O God, Psalm 91 verse 3 declares, "Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence." Deliver your servant from every fowler's snare. Let witchcraft pestilence perish, and let them walk in your sure deliverance. By the authority of Psalm 34 verse 8. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who trusts in him. I declare blessing. Let your servant taste your goodness, and let every witchcraft bitterness be swept away by your trust. Lord, Psalm 18 verse 35 testifies, "You have also given me the shield of your salvation. Your right hand has held me up. Uphold your servant with your right hand. Let your shield of salvation deflect every witchcraft dart fired against them." According to Psalm 37 verse 39. But the salvation of the righteous is from the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. I decree strength. Be their salvation, O Lord, and let witchcraft trouble bow before your might. O Lord, Psalm 91 verse 9 proclaims, "Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, I declare your servants' dwelling secure. Let no witchcraft breach your refuge, for you are their most high habitation." By the power of Psalm 34 verse 5, they looked to him and were radiant, and their faces were not ashamed. I prophesy radiance. Let your servant's face shine with your glory, and let witchcraft shame be cast far from them. Father, Psalm 18 verse 16 declares, "He sent from above, he took me. He drew me out of many waters." Draw your servant out of every flood of witchcraft. Send help from above, and plant their feet on dry ground. I decree through Psalm 35 verse 19, "Let them not rejoice over me who are wrongfully my enemies, nor let them wink with the eye who hate me without a cause, that no enemy rejoices. Silence witchcraft's gloating, and let your servant rise in triumph." O God, Psalm 91 verse 2 sings, "I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him I will trust." Let your servant proclaim you as refuge. Fortify them against every witchcraft siege, and let their trust in you prevail. By the might of Psalm 34 verse 22, "The Lord redeems the soul of his servants, and none of those who trust in him shall be condemned." I declare redemption. Redeem your servant's soul, and let no witchcraft condemnation stand. Lord, Psalm 18 verse 50 vows, "Great deliverance he gives to his king, and shows mercy to his anointed." Show mercy to your servant. Grant him great deliverance, and let every witchcraft yoke shatter under your anointing. According to Psalm 37 verse 6, "He shall bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your justice as the noonday." I prophesy light. Let your servant's righteousness shine, and let witchcraft's darkness flee before your noonday justice. O Lord, Psalm 91 verse 8 promises, "Only with your eyes shall you look, and see the reward of the wicked." Let your servant see the reward of their enemies. Let witchcraft reap its due, while they stand untouchable in your sight. By the power of Psalm 34 verse 1, "I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. I decree continual praise. Let your servant's lips overflow, and let witchcraft's influence drown in the sound of your glory." Father, Psalm 18 verse 19 testifies, "He also brought me out into a broad place. He delivered me because he delighted in me." Bring your servant into a broad place. Deliver them from witchcraft confinement, for you delight in them. I prophesy through Psalm 35 verse 27, "Let them shout for joy and be glad. who favor my righteous cause, and let them say continually, let the Lord be magnified. That joy erupts, let your servant shout, and let witchcraft sorrow be swallowed by your magnification. O God, Psalm 91 verse 12 declares, in their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. Let your angels bear your servant up. Keep them from every witchcraft stone, and guide them in your perfect way. By the authority of Psalm 34 verse 18, the Lord is near to those who have a broken heart, and saves such as have a contrite spirit. I declare nearness. Draw near to your servant, and save him from every witchcraft wound. Lord, Psalm 18 verse 30 proclaims, as for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is proven. He is a shield to all who trust in him. Shield your servant with your proven word. Let witchcraft's imperfection bow to your perfect way. According to Psalm 37 verse 5, commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. I decree fulfillment. Bring your servant's way to pass, and let witchcraft's resistance crumble under your trust. O Lord, Psalm 91 verse 6 warns, nor the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor the destruction that lays waste at noonday. I declare immunity. Let no dark pestilence or noonday destruction of witchcraft touch your servant, for you are their guard. By the power of Psalm 34 verse 20, he guards all his bones. Not one of them is broken. I prophesy wholeness. Guard your servant's frame, and let no witchcraft fracture their strength or spirit. Father, Psalm 18 verse 32 declares, it is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. Arm your servant with strength. Perfect their way, and let every witchcraft detour be straightened by your hand. I decree through Psalm 35 verse 23, stir up yourself and awake to my vindication, to my cause, my God and my Lord, that you awake. Stir up your power, vindicate your servant, and let witchcraft's cause be overturned. O God, Psalm 91 verse 1 vows, he who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Let your servant abide in your shadow. Hide them from every witchcraft eye, and let your presence be their home. By the might of Psalm 34 verse 13, keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. I declare purity. Guard your servant's speech, and let no witchcraft curse find a foothold in their words. Lord, Psalm 18 verse 43 testifies, you have delivered me from the strivings of people. You have made me the head of the nations. Make your servant the head. Deliver them from witchcraft strivings, and lift them above every foe. According to Psalm 37 verse 13, the Lord laughs at him, for he sees that his day is coming. I prophesy judgment. Laugh at witchcraft's futile plans, O Lord, and let your servants see their day of ruin. O Lord, Psalm 91 verse 5 assures, you shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor the arrow that flies by day. Banish all fear from your servant. Let night terrors and day arrows of witchcraft fall powerless before your promise. By the power of Psalm 34 verse 9, oh, fear the Lord, you his saints, for there is no lack to those who fear him. I decree abundance. Let your servant fear only you, and let witchcraft's lack be replaced by your fullness. Father, Psalm 18 verse 45 declares, the foreigners fade away and come frightened from their hideouts. Let every foreign spirit of witchcraft fade. Frighten them from their lairs, and let your servant stand bold in your light. I prophesy through Psalm 35 verse 18, I will give you thanks in the great assembly. I will praise you among many people. That praise rises. Let your servant thank you publicly, and let witchcraft defeat be their testimony. O God, Psalm 91 verse 11 promises, for he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. Release your angels. Keep your servant in all their ways, and let witchcraft's interference be blocked by heavenly hosts. O Lord, by the power of Psalm 55 verse 9, destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I have seen violence and strife in the city. I cry out, divide the tongues of every witchcraft counsel plotting against your servant, and let their violent schemes dissolve into chaos before your throne. Father, Psalm 91 verse 14 declares, because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. Deliver your servant now. Set them on high above every witchcraft assault. for their love and knowledge of your name prevail. By the might of Psalm 31, verse 20. You shall hide them in the secret place of your presence from the plots of man. You shall keep them secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues. I decree secrecy. Hide your servant in your presence, and let every witchcraft plot and slanderous tongue be silenced. O God, Psalm 35, verse 3 thunders, draw out the spear and stop those who pursue me. Say to my soul, I am your salvation. Draw your spear against every pursuer. Speak salvation to your servant's soul, and let witchcraft's chase end in defeat. According to Psalm 18, verse 47. It is God who avenges me and subdues the peoples under me. I prophesy vengeance. Avenge your servant, O Lord. Subdue every witchcraft force beneath their feet, and let them walk in dominion. Lord, Psalm 34, verse 6 testifies, this poor man cried out, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. Hear your servants cry. Save them from every trouble, and let witchcraft's burdens lift as your salvation reigns. By the authority of Psalm 94, verse 1. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongs. O God, to whom vengeance belongs, shine forth. Shine forth in vengeance. Let every witchcraft worker tremble as your justice overtakes their wickedness. O Mighty One, Psalm 91, verse 13 proclaims, you shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion, and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. Empower your servant to trample every serpentine spirit of witchcraft. Let them crush the enemy underfoot by your strength. I decree through Psalm 27, verse 5, from the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret place of his tabernacle he shall hide me. He shall set me high upon a rock, that your servant is hidden. Set them high above witchcraft's reach, secure in your tabernacle. Father, Psalm 35, verse 7 roars, for without cause they have hidden their net for me in a pit, which they have dug without cause for my soul. Expose every hidden net. Let witchcraft's pit swallow its makers, and let your servant escape unscathed. By the power of Psalm 16, verse 8, I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. I declare stability. Let your servants stand unmoved, with you at their right hand, as witchcraft's tremors fade. O Lord, Psalm 34, verse 12 promises, who is the man who desires life, and loves many days that he may see good? I prophesy long, good days. Let your servant see your goodness, and let witchcraft's death curses be nullified by your life. According to Psalm 18, verse 36, you enlarge my path unto me, so my feet did not slip. I decree enlargement. Widen your servant's path, keep their feet steady, and let witchcraft's slippery traps fail.